You were here with By the Cover. Today we're going to be reviewing Horrorstor by Grady Hendrix. This book was 243 pages and took me 2 days to read. I would rate it a 4 out of 10. This review is going to contain spoilers, so if you don't want to hear those, click off now. First, my likes with this book. The cover is awesome. It looks aesthetically pleasing, but the more you look at it, the more little things you pick up that are off about it. After you've read the book, you'll be able to recognize a few other things on the cover that will make more sense to you. The aesthetics of the catalog feel contribute to this being a very fast read because the writing is indented and only takes up 60% of the page. I thought the concept was great and the setting was great, but the execution fell flat in this book. A couple standout scenes for me that I really enjoyed. When Amy's giving a tour to prospective employees after her manager leaves, that bit of dialogue was the funniest and best dialogue in this book. Unfortunately, it happened right at the beginning of the book. The seance scene from the Trinity Point onwards was disturbing, and I thought was really creative. The scene with Amy getting strapped into the chair, also disturbing and creative. The scene where Amy saves Basil I thought was well done, and it showed a little bit of character growth. I like the parallels of the corporate life and the horror plotline being interlinked towards the end. That was clever. And there were a couple times in the book that they had pictures of carvings on a wall, and I thought actually putting the pictures intermingled with the writing was a great idea, and that was used to good effect. Now my dislikes of this book. While the setting is great, the atmosphere building and the world building just wasn't that great. It's basically just surface level descriptions. For the book being called Horrorstor, I expected a horror book. Horror seemed like an afterthought in this book. During the first half, the characters are more focused on arguing with each other. Then they'll notice something out of the ordinary and comment on it, and then go right back to arguing or doing whatever they were doing previous. It doesn't really modify their behavior in the slightest. The book trying to be both funny and scary leads to it being neither in both areas. The characters are bad in this book. They're not very well fleshed out. Their motivations aren't great. There's not one great character in this book. There are a couple that are semi-likable, and the other half are just annoying, including the main character. The main character is one of the annoying ones. This book just has bad dialogue. For being satire, I found the majority of this book just to be unfunny. There were a couple moments that had me laughing and smiling, but they were very few and far between. Most of the time I was just straight-faced, reading over dialogue of somebody that thinks they're funnier than they are. Another thing I didn't like is I liked Josiah as an antagonist. During the table scene, he goes around and details different punishments that he's going to dole out to the 5 characters that are there. And the only one I felt was really personalized was Amy's, and they did a great job of going through and detailing out that punishment when it was given to her. And hers was the first one to be dished out, but everyone else wasn't really that fleshed out, didn't go into great description. It was just kind of glossed over on everyone else, which I thought was a complete wasted opportunity. It would have been so interesting to spend time with each of these characters as they got their punishments. Big missed opportunity there in my opinion. Overall, this book, the writing just felt juvenile. The characters weren't all that well developed, the dialogue felt forced, their actions were not realistic at all. So it just came off as a poor execution of a great concept. This was my first Grady Hendrix book. I will be reading more by that author, but at this point I don't get the hype. So that's all I've got. We'll catch you later. Bye.